We're celebrating important history today, and Marietta Tanner has been a big part of helping make history at the Unitarian Society of Germantown. We're sad she's leaving us, but we're happy she's going to be with family in Virginia. Jondhi Harrell is Executive Director of the Center for Returning Citizens, and within top leadership with Marietta on a coalition we are a part of that's very important to us, the Coalition Against Mass Incarceration. And Jondhi and I have become a team on singing the praises of Marietta, and we're just both going to share a few thoughts. Dear friend, Mr. Harrell.
Good morning. Several years ago, I was invited to come to the Unitarian Church to work on a teaching on mass incarceration. My first response was, well, this is another day when a lot of folks come together, talk about mass incarceration, have lunch, feel good about themselves, and go home. I don't have time for that.
Right.
But if this is a meeting where people are going to talk about doing real things in the struggle against mass incarceration, I will come and lend my efforts to it. And for the last several years, we've been able to do some very powerful things right out of this church, culminating in the Pennsylvania Council of Churches statewide meeting on mass incarceration, which will be October 23rd through the 25th in Harrisburg, PA. We've been able to impact 1,800 churches for them to have this as their theme. At the center of this is Miss Marietta Tanner. I'm from a Southern family, and in the tradition of our family, on my mom's side, there's 6 sisters. On my father's, there's 5 sisters. And the men in our family have not abdicated the family, but we've learned that the females in our family are smarter and more capable than us. And during the course of my lifetime, we've learned to shut up and do what they say. This family foundation laid a wonderful introduction for me working with Marietta. All jokes aside, it has been a wonderful experience getting to know Marietta. And as Ken said, we are really, really sorry to see her leave. Sometimes in life you meet people who are so special that you feel as if the Creator put them in your path. And that's how I feel about Marietta. I have learned so much from her in terms of her experience, her dedication to the struggle, and she has spent so many years in the struggle. I won't say just how many years, but it's been a long and wonderful time, and we are certain that when she goes to Virginia, she will continue her work because she is that sort of person. When Ken asked me to be here today to honor Marietta, I had to come because I love her with all my heart, and I will miss her dearly. Thank you, Marietta.
So I believe we have a spiritual ambassador in Marietta Tanner, and there are a lot of different ways in which I've come to claim that phrase for her. And one is whenever I'm around the Unitarian Universalist Association in the Philadelphia area, in the Mid-Atlantic states, or anywhere around the country, many people say, "Oh, is Marietta Tanner a member of your church?" Yeah. She is a connector Malcolm Gladwell, Tipping Point, she's probably like every section of the book, a connector to make tipping points happen. We were very honored that 17 of us were in Portland in June at an event where John Lewis spoke like Nelson Mandela from the mountain. And we got to hand out Black Lives Matter wristbands. And Mary said, "Oh, I know Representative Lewis." "Oh, of course you do." So they chatted. They had worked together in the 60s. And the reason why I think it's critical to put the phrase spiritual on the ambassador, working for social justice issues that are daunting, the schools, prison industrial complex, people having enough safe, accessible drinking water around the world through the United Nations. These are daunting issues that get overwhelming. Many of us have worked for decades on these issues, and we get depressed, we get down, it's hard, you feel like giving up. Marietta doesn't let you give up. Like Jondhi says, she grabs you and tells you the way it's going to be, and it's great. And she's got this resiliency that calls you back to your best self to say, hey, you can't give up. No matter how hopeless you are, you better claim some hope, because we need to work together on the issues that matter. And then she gives you the smile, which is real, It's not fake. It's not some politician selling the vote. It's in a negative way. It's love. The children of this church know Marietta. The adults, she loves people. She loves connecting. She loves telling stories. So it's a spirituality of love and abundance that brings all of us up a higher level in doing our best to make the world a better place. Marietta, we are going to miss you deeply, but as an ambassador for Unitarian Universalism, only 150 miles down I-95, we will stay in touch with you and your team that you will develop down there. So blessings to you, Marietta. Ending Racism team made a cake, part of our lunch today, and the cake and dessert is in honor of Miss Marietta Tanner.
Well, it's just a delight. I'm the one who should be thanking you. It has been a pleasure. I mean, there's so many people in the audience that I've just had a great time with. I was just thinking about my old gardening friend up here, Tom Schoonmaker. Of course, he always gave me advice, but never any muscle. And I'm going to miss that advice. I'm just looking at Fran Emery, who told me that this was the place I'd better be. She didn't let me go any other church, so this is it. And Fran put her foot down on that one. I've just had so many friends. I've just loved it, and it's just been a wonderful experience. And so I didn't write it, I sort of got some words to a little song. And Mark, who I know forever shall be in grief because he didn't make me chief soloist, helped me put this little first song together. Mark, would you give me the key? The way we share ideas and gently disagree and kinda say our prayers. Oh no, they can't take that away from me. Ah, yes, I've come to know real warmth and empathy from folks simpatico. And no, they can't take that away from me, though I'll still abuse and overuse the ubiquitous word called love. I will always keep the memory of the way I found God within through strife and USG synergy. It really changed my life. And no, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away from me. Where were you, Mark?
Congratulations.